Question to you is, can you find love in a strip club? Or if you where you meet a guy determine if he even has a chance.
I need to hear this.
Because I've heard kind of both sides of the story, but I want to hear Big Luna. Can you find love inside the strip club?
I think you can, but I'm a little bit of a hopeless romantic. So I think you can. I think you can. Do I think the chances are extremely slim? Yes.
Boy Jackson.
And it's your boy AC Jr.
Okay.
Let's get it.
Hey, I hear we got a legend in the building.
Yeah, man, I'm excited for this one.
I hear we got a little legend in the building. I don't know.
Just chill. Just chill.
I don't know.
This is Tampa right here.
Okay. It's little me.
Okay. Introduce yourself. I don't know if you...
Hi, guys. My name is Jessica, also known as Big Luna, not the little one.
Okay.
That's all I got.
Okay. Where's that come from, Big Luna?
Oh, God, I said I didn't want to talk about this. No, I was like...
damn, I didn't get the brief.
No, I just didn't think I was going to spin back like this.
Okay.
It was my ex named me Luna. I don't remember why or where this came from.
We can stop there.
But he's I don't remember how this came about. I think he was just being, fake romantic. Luna is Moon. And then one of my boys, when I told him I wanted to take OnlyFans serious, he was like, you need to change your name on Instagram. And we just added the big on it. And it just, people ran with it fast. Yeah. Within a week, they were like, Big Luna.
I'm about to say, I feel like I've always thought of you as Big Luna, so it's had to have catch on for a while now.
You've known me? Yeah, no. As soon as it hit, it like literally within like a week or two, people immediately, Instagram is crazy. Yeah. Instagram is crazy. It was through Instagram that it became that big. But yeah.
Fire. So, you're from Tampa?
I'm pretty much from here. I was born in Colombia. I came here when I was 10.
I know that.
Yeah, I came here when I was 10. I lived in Miami till 2006, and then I've been here ever since. But, high school is here. I'm from here. Okay. I consider myself from Tampa.
Okay.
Yeah.
Colombia is my second home.
Where did you go in Colombia?
Sacred place. The sacred place. And I got to go back. I might have to get some real estate over there because that lifestyle is crazy. But anyway, we got to do the Icebreaker challenge. I feel like we won't need it, but...
Mountain or beaches?
Beaches.
Opera or ballet?
Ballet.
Photography or painting?
Painting.
Rock or pop music?
Pop.
Cooking or baking?
Cooking.
Winter or summer?
Summer.
Pizza or burgers?
Burgers.
Music or books?
Or what?
Books.
Books.
Running or swimming?
Swimming.
Action or comedy movies?
Action.
Tea or coffee?
Tea.
Art or science?
Art.
Day or night?
Both.
Quick.
Always both with that one.
Hiking?
No, day more than likely.
Okay. Hiking or camping?
Hiking.
Cool.
Why would you pay money to be homeless? That's how I feel about camping. It's a crazy concept to me. It's a wild concept to me.
That's interesting.
Yeah, because I'm with you on that one. Like, people have asked me to go camping. I'm like, I'll go camping if I have like a full RV.
Glamping. Glamping.
Like, I'm not going to stay in the woods.
I did it one time, and it's horrible. And I'm not like picky. I like outdoors. I'm not high maintenance, and I just did not see the point in sleeping like that.
So I guess I'm not that 100% that way as well. I always want to be top notch, clean. I don't want any ruckus, but there is a value in being one with nature. Would you guys not agree?
Yeah, and you can do that during the day and not sleep there on the floor.
You don't have, facts.
Touché. Yeah, I know.
I can do it during the day.
You can hug a tree.
Lay down.
You can hug a tree. You can kiss the tree.
Yeah, I can definitely lay out there for a little bit, but when it's time to like go to sleep,
I'm
in the RV or I'm in the cabin.
Did you grow up poor or did you grow up with money?
Poor is very, very, very. That's a big word.
Okay.
Strong word.
Sorry, there isn't really big party. But did you grow up?
I didn't grow up with money. No, absolutely.
Okay, so why, coming from that point, would you volunteer
to be out
to
there
sleep worse than you ever did growing up?
Only reason why I don't know. I think there's value in making the best out of nothing. Realistically. So
for me, it's just I ain't fucking with the bugs. No matter if I came for money or not,
you can't push yourself.
I'm not going out there with the bugs.
I've done it.
Going to sleep.
I did not like it. Like there was nothing about it that was enjoyable. I love nature. I love being out.
All right, there you
and
have
I
it.
did not like it one bit.
Big Luna, don't put her in the woods.
No,
that ain't her
no
element.
camping.
Facts.
No. And then I don't sleep good. So it's like you hear like, what the fuck is that? You know what I'm saying? Like it gets me in my paranoid. Like I'm just like, what the hell's going on? Do I need something? Do I need to come outside?
I feel you.
Like,
yeah, you don't know what's exactly. You don't know what's.
You gotta respect nature, in my opinion.
Absolutely, nature.
You can have fun with it, but respect it. And
Facts.
I'm not with that. I'm not with.
All right, so for the folks that don't know you, 30-second elevator pitch. Who are you?
I am a mother.
Ooh.
I am a mother. I am a dancer. I am an OnlyFanner. I am empathetic. I am a cook. I am soft. I am a crybaby. I am a terrible driver. I am all of those things.
Honestly,
I am all of those things.
I don't want to look at them rims.
I am all of those things.
You know what?
I am a lot of things.
Number one thing that I respect was the first answer. I'm a mother.
Yeah.
That's huge. Obviously, that's a big role in everyone's life. And
I would say when you grow up, you start fitting your life into the hats that you wear. You know what I'm saying? Into the roles that you play. That's probably my most important role that I play. Facts. And the one that's most consistent. The work I've done, it's only been for this amount of period compared to how long I've been a mother. That's the longest role I've ever had if aside from being a child.
Right.
You
know what? And I wouldn't have guessed. I don't know if you guys can tell. I wouldn't have guessed that she had how many kids?
Just one daughter.
One daughter. Wow. Shaped it up really nice. But, so that's a long list. Yeah. I don't know where to start with that.
Oh, sorry. I should have kept it.
No.
So let's talk
about. That's a lot.
So after the mother, she said she's empathetic, and then she said something about cooking.
I said I'm a dancer. I do OnlyFans. I am.
What's your favorite thing outside of being a mother?
What's my favorite thing? Probably cooking. Honestly, I love cooking. I love cooking. One of my first roommates when I was in high school, she was going to culinary school, the AI or something like that. And she had me cooking all the time, and I love cooking. I could cook at any if you want me to apologize or do anything or break the ice or just I'm gonna cook. We're gonna fix it with food.
Fire.
Why? I don't know. I just feel like it does. It works.
In that situation, what's your go-to plate that you're making?
It depends. It depends who I'm cooking for. But typically though, I go for something warm, either Southern or comfort, something that's gonna make you feel like
Southern.
Sleepy.
You know what? Yeah.
Okay, so whenever I ask for a meal, since you love cooking, you can't say, I'm too busy for this because I know I'm gonna have to have some sort of request if she's the best cook in here.
I don't know.
Well,
do you know
she's the best.
I don't know. They come from a line of good. Yeah,
I've never heard anyone.
Although I did ask your brother for y'all's mac and cheese recipe, and I made it this past Thanksgiving. I made y'all's mac and cheese. Yes, I did.
Did it come out good?
Yes, it did.
The shit was busting?
On fire.
I'm about to talk to bro.
The barbecue.
He can't be giving out family recipes like that.
I asked for the whole thing.
Got it. Did he give any pushback?
What do you mean?
No, not her. I know he didn't give her no pushback.
Was he like, nah, I can't give you this? Or was he like, you know what? Yeah, here, you got it.
Oh no.
You asked for me. She asked for it one time, and he said, "Here you go."
Right away. Immediately. Why would there be any hesitation?
I don't know because it's a
family.
Yeah,
I am family.
She was definitely. Respect. If anybody's gonna get it,
I know all of them.
Respect.
Yeah.
But bro, you didn't even tell me about the mac and cheese.
Yeah, bro.
It's the best mac and cheese you could ever have.
You've been holding out.
We had the barbecue restaurant for years, bro. We grew up. My dad opened it up when we were.
Alex's barbecue.
3. Yeah. Damn. We shut it down in 2017.
Damn. Fire.
Yeah, we whip it up though.
Well, damn. Okay, and let's 3 hobbies. 3 hobbies, 3 vices.
3 hobbies. We can go spin back at cooking. I like drawing a lot, and I like writing a lot.
Okay.
Vices, weed.
Okay.
That's definitely a vice.
The remedy. Okay.
Weed, sex.
Okay.
And lamb chops. Lamb chops are really good too.
Yeah. Fun fact, I've never had any.
Oh my God, they're so
That's
good.
crazy. Have you ever had some from the Pent?
I've never had any.
From Pent or Scores.
Yeah.
Oh my. Listen, does anybody like blue cheese? I know that's like a give or take for people. Listen, blue cheese crust on lamb chops, try them.
Really?
It'll change your life.
And that's a huge thing because I'm not from here. I grew up in Boston, but people eat at strip clubs here. I don't know.
So strip clubs here are 5-star restaurants, so 5-star steakhouses. So it's not like typical. Because I just went to Houston and I went to a strip club with food in it, and it's exactly what I think people think of food in a strip club. It's like it's not. It's handhelds and like just not it. No, this is a steakhouse. I mean, we have like the same standards as Eddie V's.
Don't they get their meat from Eddie V's down here and stuff?
Yes,
like
it's
they
the
get
same
the same
thing.
meat.
Yeah, the same provider.
They have like a real cook back there that's throwing
it's
down.
a real chef.
So
I go back in the kitchen, check all the time. Like, y'all got my chicken.
Yeah.
Okay.
But the lamb chops there be hitting.
Yeah.
I had it for the first time like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
The price is a little crazy.
They're wild.
For a strip club,
it's wild. Yeah, it's wild.
But
if it's worth the money though.
I don't know. It's good.
All right, Mr. Cooks, talk to him. Talk to him, Cooks.
It's like six lollipops for like $120.
No, it's expensive.
$140.
It's more expensive than Scores. For
yeah,
sure.
like,
yeah.
It's good.
But I think they're
like
like
a Wagyu for $120.
I think it's because these are like grass-fed lambs,
Charlie's?
Whatever the hell. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, now you put organic and grass-fed, and you could.
Max it out.
Yeah, max it out.
You definitely charge more for anything grass-fed.
So. Just honestly, this is probably gonna be my first conversation with a dancer. Just putting it out there. Right?
Really?
A real conversation.
Yeah.
Okay.
What does that look like on a day-to-day?
What do you mean?
Like
just like going into work or the lifestyle
give me like
overall?
the pregame. Yeah. Give me like the pregame. You walk in. You're, I don't know, whatever time it is, prepping yourself.
Okay, so I mean, I think for everybody's a little bit different. The club makes them different, and then who you are in the club makes them different. I honestly came in like not really knowing. Like I know I look good, but like I never walked or thought with that like selling myself in that way. So for me, before I used to dance, I actually used to do behavior analysis. I used to work with kids with autism, and my job was learning behavior. Wow. Everybody's behavior, who I'm working with, the kids, the parents, reading everybody from up and down. And that's what I did going into that job. I'm like, okay, how do people make money? You know what I'm saying? And I saw some girls that, you know, they would say the obvious to get money. And then I saw a few girls, which were usually like the older girls, not older, but at least worked for a longer period of time. Yeah. And it was just like almost any other job. It was just keeping your connections, you know, providing a good customer service. It was almost the most obvious thing you could think of.
Right.
And all you had to do was just be like, hey, you know, and then just add everything else to it. You know, like give a good conversation, provide good customer service, and then just like
that's it.
So I also noticed that in the strip club, I also noticed in the strip club, like it's a very cutthroat environment. Everybody to each their own, like, but that doesn't work anywhere. Like that's not sustainable in anything you do in life. So I actually started going in, and I used to pay ahead of time the floor guys, the house moms, everybody in there. So honestly, now my job, what it looks like is they text me. They'll be like, hey, we got 2 sections coming in, one at 10, one at 1. We got you set up for both customers. Boom, boom. I don't have to do anything.
Right.
But that also came with knowing that for myself. You know, some girls don't like to tip, or they don't like to work with the floor guys. I personally do. I think it makes my job a hell of a lot easier. The only thing I have to maintain now is just like, honestly, just a good relationship with the customer, making sure that nothing fucks up while we're in the section, or if I ever see them out, nothing fucks up. Aside from that, guys are pretty simple. You know, people that come into the strip club are pretty simple. They're there to have a good time. As long as they're having a good time, they're not as picky as you think they are. So
definitely knowing the schedule I would feel like it's half the battle, because you know that you're going into something.
You don't know
Rather
you don't know where you're
girls
going.
that's been there for hours, they don't know what's gonna happen. They don't know if somebody's coming in.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna lie though. I've worked in other places to also challenge that, because you do get spoiled also being like that. So I've worked in New Orleans, I've worked in LA, I worked in Miami, and what that teaches you is to learn how to work the floor. So let's say I don't have customers coming in, or management didn't get me something. I know I could look at the whole floor. I'm like, okay, they pulled out this much, but they pulled out this much. They're quiet, but they have a suit on, this, that. So, you scan the room and you kind of, you scan the room and you see what's going on, and then you work the floor. You go to the first person that you think has the most money, and then, you start,
trial and error.
Yeah.
So how do you base off, who do you think, how do you find out who has the most money? What do you go to first? Like, if there's 5 guys there, who do you go to first? Is it based on how they dress? If you haven't seen them before, so it's not like, oh, I know he's going to go 5 bands or whatever.
If I haven't seen them before, typically I want to watch them a little bit.
Okay.
Because these guys are so undercover. Like, they usually dress very regular. The only thing that they might have that give them away, usually rich guys, they might be dressing in like regular clothes, but they have a watch. They have a fucking watch. The watch always, yes, you got it. You got it. Wow. They always have a watch. Most of the time, they always have a nice watch. Like I said, having good relationships with your staff is very important. Hey, Mike, who's that right there? What did he come in? Oh, he came in this, that, the third. Copy.
Oh, so there's some undercover work going on in the background.
Yeah. Boom. Well, and then this is the thing. These floor guys are going to help me 110% because they know they are certified to get a tip from me, and a good tip. Yeah. Not $25, not $50. They were going to make 100 and more off of me. Right. So they are more than willing to want to make me as much money as possible. I'm not going to get into it with them. I'm not sitting at the end of the night, well, you didn't do this. There's none of that tension.
But if you look out,
I'm not going to lie. They're more than happy to help me. I have never had a problem since I've been a dancer with a single floor guy ever. Yeah.
So, I mean, I don't know what the background is. Like, did you just feel like you wanted to do that to begin with? Or?
No, I actually fought against it for so long. I was working with kids with autism, and then I started serving a dollhouse. I was with the father of my child from 17 till 25, and then when we broke up, we were both in the same situation. So there was no child support. There was nothing, but we both got to get 2 jobs type shit. So I did. I ended up continuing my day job, and then I started serving a dollhouse. And for a long time, it was just the weekends. It was just Friday and Saturday. So for a long time, that was just enough. Even that was just still enough to just, have a tiny little savings, but nothing crazy. And I think 2018 or 19, when did COVID happen? 2020?
2020, yeah.
2019, I didn't pay my fucking insurance, and I fucking hit a car, and this bitch sued me for 8 bands, civilly sued me. They took my license away and everything.
Oh shit.
Yeah, and I was just like, this, I can't, I got a kid. I cannot have a car. My baby daddy, you know what I'm saying? I was like, we don't have family. It's just his mom. She don't drive. I don't have my mom. So I'm like, what the fuck? And I was just like, and everybody's like, you're going to make a lot of money. Everybody, for 4 years I was serving, everybody's like, you should do it. And I was like, no, I don't need to. I'm good. I was good. And then I did it, and I did it before COVID, and I just wasn't very sure of myself with it. So I'm not going to lie, I would work, make enough money, and not go back. And I would just, I would stop. Then COVID came. And when COVID came, that was a slap in the face for everybody, and including for me. I didn't have it. I had enough savings that through COVID I was fine. But if COVID would have lasted like other states, I wouldn't have been fine. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't have been fine. So that's when OnlyFans was also popping. So then, and luckily here in Florida, especially in Hillsborough County, we were only shut down for 2-3 months. Scores, because they were selling food, they opened up immediately, very short after, because they were a takeout restaurant. So they allowed 50 people in, then 80 people, then half capacity, and so on and so forth. So that's when I decided, I'm like, I was like, I'm already in here. People already assume whatever they want to assume. Right. Why the fuck? I'm acting scary for no reason. I talked to my baby daddy. I told him myself, I'm like, bro, I'm just letting you know, in case your friends see me or something, this is what's about to happen. And I'm like, and I'm going to go. And I told him, I was like, and I'm about to do it. And I'm about to do it for real, for real. And he was like, can I put you on child support? And that was it. That was it. He never did. And then I started OnlyFans, and that's I've had the same Instagram since literally 2012. And then I decided, I said, I was like, well, people want to see ass. I'm like, okay, cool, copy. This is what people want to see. This is how people want to work. And honestly, boosting my social media, a lot of people didn't notice that I did that on purpose, but I did it on purpose because I never cared to do photo shoots. I never cared to do none of that. But people have this thing where they like to give money to people who they think is important. People like to support what other people think it's cool. So if your numbers start rolling on social media, it automatically does this thing where it's like people come in and it's like, well, I want to tip her.
Right.
Her. So it all became a revolving door. Like one fed the other and the other fed the other. And honestly, it's not something I wanted to do, but do I like doing it now? Yeah. Do I think I'm good at doing it? Yeah. Do I think like I still kept my integrity while doing it? Also, yeah. Like I feel like I'm glad that I did it later on in my life because I feel like I've done it in a way where I have found a balance that some of the younger girls don't get. Like some of the younger girls get lost like fast because they don't have structure. They've never had a real job. Listen, you got to go through certain experiences in life, like have a fucking boss. Right. These girls are 18. They've never had a boss, and they're going into dancing.
Just hoping that
they're going into dancing. So now it's like, you don't tell me what to do. You need to pay my bills so you could tell me what to. And that's not sustainable. That's not real life. Right. But their ego and the people that they're around and the environment that they're around feeds that. And then that's why when they go on real life and like, or they can't work anymore or something happens, they're just a vessel. They're just a little empty vessel full of words and they don't have anything going for themselves.
They don't know the finesse, just like on it.
No, they don't know anything really. Right. I mean, well, who were you at 18? You know what I'm saying? And like you're throwing them into a type of world that is like, the type of shit we see is insane. I mean, I've seen more money than I could ever imagine that I would ever touch, see, people that have positions that I never thought I got to meet. I mean, we're talking about people that are in politics do come to our jobs, lawyers come to our jobs, doctors come to our job. I have a fake COVID card thanks to a kind doctor that I know. You know what I'm saying? We had lawyers to take DUIs from the girls that were just, you know what I'm saying? Like the people that we meet are people that it would be so hard for a regular person to be able to contact with, but we get all of
just
that.
flooded right to you.
Yeah, flooded. They're just, it's a playhouse.
I think something that you said that was really important is that, and I can vouch for you on this, is that through all this, you didn't lose yourself. Like you didn't become some
Thank you.
crazy.
No, he's known me. Yeah, he's known me.
And because you could be that girl that sits here and thinks she's the baddest bitch and act a certain way, but you have stayed true to yourself from the moment I saw you. So I commend you on that for sure.
Thank you. I appreciate it. It's hard, but I mean, it's all about like the conversation we began, like the hats that you wear.
Right.
My first and biggest hat is Jay. So that's my daughter's name. So when I go home, like I can't be who I am at work.
Right.
It's not, that's crazy. I can't be like that with my mom. I can't be like that with other people. What's work is work. And then you have to leave, you have to clock out. And that's, if people were to have that mentality and think about like, that's the mentality you have to have with everything in your life. You can't, the person that works at the post office, you can't be a postman the whole time. Right. You gotta learn how to check out. And even same with being a mom. I tell like my friends that are like new moms, that there's an issue, and I don't know. You have kids?
Yeah, I have a daughter.
Okay, a lot of people, a lot of couples have this at the beginning of the relationship that the moms get lost in being only a mom the first 2 years because the baby needs them, that, and they're no longer a wife, they're no longer a friend, they're just a mom, and it's because they don't learn. You lose your identity, and that's how the girls also. You just lose your identity because you're so wrapped up into just one world, and that's not how. Perception, that's not how life works.
So you basically understand that when I'm in this environment, I got to do what I got to do to maximize my potential, but when I leave this place, I'm still a real person.
Yeah.
Right.
And to be honest though, I think also being a real person outside of work, then when I've met people or they see me out that are from the club and they meet me for real, now they treat me as a person. That's why I told you back when we were talking earlier about Instagram too. It's like, there's a sense of just, you still need to show your humanity because then you become just like a product. Right. Even though you're a person, you become just a product. Right, and people think you have no feelings, you have nothing. It's like, that's not.
Especially in that industry. Like,
of course. Of course.
So just to go back to just like that whole beginning of the story, there was something that was holding you back. What was it?
Myself.
Just
myself.
Was it fear?
Fear. Like I feel like when I was younger, so when I was younger in high school, my name was Big Booty Jessica, and like a lot of girls were hating me. I think I like try to stay shy from it because I didn't want people mad at me. I didn't want people jealous of me. I didn't want those feelings that come with that. And I'm not going to lie, I still don't like those feelings. Like when people like feel some sort of, that's why I think I work so hard to stay humble, because like, it's like, no, dude, like I'm just a person, like you have nothing to feel that way about with me.
Right.
You know, and I don't like those feelings. But you know, you gotta sometimes like not care what people think, you know. But you gotta find a balance of just not being arrogant about it, just because you don't care what people think.
Right. So, I'm a nosy motherfucker. I gotta figure it out. With being in this industry, how is love? Like, how's that love life?
Fucking sucks.
Well. And here's another question.
So bad.
Here's another question. Like, how do you see, if you weren't in the industry, what would things be like for you now?
I'm not gonna lie. I think they were always gonna be a little bit difficult for me, because I am like, anything like I say I'm gonna do, or anything I am, like I'm gonna be that. And and I'm, you know, as the years keep going, less do I care, and less will I care whether it's a partner or anybody, my mom, you know, as long as I'm honorable, I won't care. So I always had a little bit issues like making men feel secure, because I'm just, whatever your description is of what things should be, I just don't see it that way. I'm just, and I give that back, you know what I'm saying? So now that I'm a dancer, it's another,
it's literally another category that makes everything harder.
Yeah.
And basically, like, how in
and
your...
now there's a money ego trip to go with it too, which it makes it a whole, that's another ball game of like, from being a free spirit to now you have money. You are, listen, it's like I walk around with needles around me poking everybody's ego, especially men's ego.
Because you're making money.
Yeah.
Okay, no, I get it. I mean, that's a lot of insecurities, man, just because they want you to feel like you need them. But if you're somebody that provides all this for myself or for yourself, what do they have to, like, if they have nothing else that they bring to the table, then...
And that also, for me, though, for me dating, I was like, it's been hard to date because, you know, I don't care to be saved, but if you don't have ideas of growing with me or doing anything for my growth, if you're cool where I am and that's cool with me, then you have to be the best supporting partner. You know what I'm saying? You got to pick one side or the other.
Right.
But you're not gonna not like help me have ideas of what else to do and then just like nudge me for it. You gotta get with it or don't. Like,
I feel like back in the days, it was like cool to be with somebody and help them grow. Like, let's grow together. Mm-hmm. Nowadays, it's, oh, if you're not making this certain amount of money, even though I got dreams to make a certain amount of money, it don't mean nothing because I'm not there yet. No. So women want to be with the person that's already made. So
what side do you want? Do we want the guy that's already made, or do we want the guy that
has potential?
Or does it matter?
It does matter. The guy that has potential is not crossed. It's not crossed off the list. But like I said, then this goes for both sexes. This goes for everybody in any type of situation. Know your place. Know your place. Know your role. Know your strengths. If you are not in that position and you are a work, then you need to know that, because I currently am not.
Right.
So I'm here to support you and I'm down to do that. But in turn, I expect you to be supportive. If you were a guy and you're coming up and your wife has less than you, what was her job? To support you, to motivate you, go to work, this, that, the third. I don't care about the gender roles. I just want the same. I want the same. Like, if you would expect me of that because you're taking care of more, and if I'm taking care of more, I expect that out of you.
So, well said.
Okay. So the only thing...
And men don't like to hear that part. Men don't like to hear that part because men don't like to hear, like, you know your place. And it sounds derogatory. But if I were to say that about a woman, sometimes it's just like, oh yeah, she should know her place.
Well,
like, she should know.
When you say something like men should know their place, what, like, in your picture, what is it?
I'm saying in that aspect that it's like if you are a working if you're a working man, then you should know, like, hey, I'm lacking in this area. Then I need to be supportive of like where we are in our roles.
No, so the big thing for me is, in that dynamic, how long do you think that'll last? You want somebody so they have to be somebody that is supportive, right?
I don't
up until a certain point, though.
No, why not? What if this person their support maximizes your work ethic? You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
It just depends. I was like, there's It depends what you want. You know, let's say you do want a girl that stays at home. Were you going to dump her at 45 because, you know, she now didn't get a career? But what about this whole time that she's been making sure that all your food is ready, this, that is ready, taking care of the bills, you know, hovering over, hey, this wasn't done. Hey, your next goal is this. That's work. That's even to me.
No, for sure.
And in the same way, the other way around, though, I'm saying the other way around. If I have a guy that makes less than me, like I said, it was like not necessarily that I want somebody with more or less. I want somebody that just can balance the wheels. And that's personally what I look for. Balance the wheels. If I'm doing more than this area, what are you doing to compensate in this other area?
So actually,
and if the wheels are balanced, then it's sustainable.
So my question would be, you know, what do you consider the balance? Not the money, right? It doesn't matter.
It depends. As a man that I'm dating, what do you want to though? Me personally, I go with whatever.
Men
I've dated guys
simple.
with no money. No. Kinda.
I gotta hear it.
Kinda, till it comes to your ego. You guys are not simple.
No, for sure. But that
till it comes to your ego, you guys are not simple.
Well, so that stems from
that gets very complicated.
Right, no. So that stems from the men. If you're dealing with somebody that has no, you know, confidence in themselves and they can't figure out what makes them insecure, then at that situation, there's going to be a lot.
What makes every man insecure is the same thing when they lack purpose. Like men need purpose. Like men need.
But I'm saying, so if they provide that purpose to you, then it really isn't anything that they're insecure about. But like you're saying, so when it comes to, you know, their ego about certain things like finances and stuff like that, that's when it might mess somebody up. But you might find a man that doesn't care about that. So in that situation, he might not be somebody that's even worried about it. Are you going to be somebody that's going to be like, okay, whatever, it doesn't matter?
Me personally, okay, now I get what you're asking because you're asking me more detail. No, I like an ambitious person.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like an ambitious person.
Okay.
Like if I
care about something.
So he's gonna have to be something.
Yeah, he's gonna have to have
I like
the
an ambitious
potential.
person, but the reason why is because I like somebody. Because if I'm focused on something, I can't be. I don't want somebody completely hovering, just chilly pump up. Like I want to also be proud of you. You know what I'm saying? So
that
and it could be something like I said that doesn't also mean that they have to do more or have to have more than me. You just have to have drive. And the reason why I'm saying that where I'm coming from is I've dated guys that are just, you know, and it can happen both ways. They're just very complacent.
Oh, for sure.
You know, like they'll get a job, maybe they become a manager, right? Let's say they're making $150 a year. Great, that's successful, right? For most people, that's good. But they never care to go steal their boss's job.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's what I want. Like,
right.
I want somebody that you want to steal your boss's job.
Right.
Like I like that attitude.
Okay.
Personally.
Sure. So the number one thing that I hear, right, is, you know, you want to have somebody that is okay, right? They might start at a position, but eventually they have to become somebody.
Just want more for yourself.
Okay. The only reason why I say that is because always, the conversation is, no, it doesn't matter.
No, it doesn't matter.
But then eventually it does matter.
No, it does matter. It does matter. It does matter. I think the details about it can vary because it just depends. Like, you know, are you going to be cool with them if they're, you know, passionate about writing a book, or are you going to be, you know, are you going to be cool if they're passionate about them stealing their boss's job?
Right.
I don't think I would care. Me personally, I like to see just some sort of drive, some sort of, you know.
Yeah, and I think with the key word is like ambition, the drive, is because when you're with somebody who has ambition and drive, that automatically gives the other person ambition and drive.
Yeah.
Because if I got ambition and drive and I want to do better, but I'm with somebody who's complacent like that, that's just going to cause tension.
Right.
Right. So
because
you might not be where you want to be, but I know in my mind that she wants to be a lot better. She wants to keep going.
Mm-hmm.
Now, in terms of, you know, obviously,
and but that's a state of mind too, that it comes that it'll like bleed into everything else. Like let's say you guys are together and you get sick, right? And like you got that mindset, like it's just like everything's okay, or I don't even want to fight for my life. Like it's a mentality. It crosses over in so many aspects of your life.
And if you're a fighter in one thing, you're a fighter all the time.
All the time. And that's I like that.
Absolutely. You got to be alive.
Yeah.
There's a lot we talked about it before. There's a lot of people that live in autopilot, and
they do.
That's
and
just
it's crazy.
That's survival. Like that's survival mode. They're comfortable. Things are on a day-to-day basis. They know what to expect, and they're not chasing anything because the chasing might bring failure, and the failure makes them feel insecure. Cool.
Yeah, I know.
Right? That is a lot of people. That's a lot of people that we see on a day-to-day basis, and we have to realize that that's what it is. But so I mean, obviously the dating is hard. How do you find what you're talking about?
You let me know. If you guys know, my phone number is 813-55.
How do you find it? How do you find it?
I got one after that too.
Because it's like,
to be quite honest, it's hard times, period. So somebody did the statistics on it, I think on either like a reel or something, but only 10% of the United States make over 150 or 200 grand a year, right? So out of that 10%, right? It's what 6 or 7% women, and then 4 or 5% men, because we have more women than men now.
Making over 150 G's?
I think so, yes. Apparently women are up.
What's the source?
I don't know. Yeah. Anyways, let's go back to just being 10%. Okay, however percentage of there is women and men, we're still talking about under 10% of the population are these type of men.
Right.
That's a very short, there's all these people, and we could only look pool. At 5%. Yeah, it's a small pool in the first place. For you guys, it's a little bit bigger because guys are not really dating
based off of
income. Yeah. You guys are not. So
I'll be honest.
I think you should.
Yeah,
I think you should. When I heard this conversation, I'm like, I think men should. Yeah, why not? If you want to have a standard, why not?
If y'all gonna judge us based on our income,
I think you should.
Y'all want gender neutral, everybody getting treated the same?
I think you should.
But that don't solve anything for me.
Yeah, because I don't need it. You know what I mean?
That's the point.
Yeah, it's different. But somebody with that, to me, it goes back to ambition. And the drive.
You can build that, yeah. Because if you came with something and you see ambition in a woman, I was like, all you gotta do is
be ambitious about the crib, be ambitious about the kids, be ambitious. What you talking about? I don't need the check. That's the main thing, right? How are you gonna make my life easier? That's what I look at when I'm looking at.
So yeah, you have a bigger pool of women that you can pick from.
You think? They ain't out here. Where they at?
Oh yeah, you're
and
right.
You got them. My phone number.
No, you're right.
Hold on, y'all don't gonna be talking about my city like that. We got them out here now. We got them out here.
No, we got them out here. You gotta look. You gotta search in Riverview. Riverview. You gotta go to Riverview and Lando Lakes. That's where they're at. You know?
How far is that? About 45?
It's flat. Listen, without traffic, like 30 minutes. It's not that bad, boss.
Go ahead.
No, I forgot what I was going to say already.
So he asked you where you find it. My question is, and I've had this conversation with people, and we're talking about already reducing the pool size, right? So there's like, you said 10%, 6% of women. My question to you is, can you find love in the strip club? Or where you meet a guy, determine if he even has a chance.
I need to hear this.
Because I've heard kind of both sides of the story, but I want to hear a big Luna. Can you find love inside the strip club?
I think you can, but I'm a little bit of a hopeless romantic. So I think you can. I think you can. Do I think the chances are extremely slim? Yes. I think a lot of people in the strip club. I mean, the guys. The girls think they're always tricking a guy. Yeah. They always think they're these geniuses that are tricking the guys. A lot of time, the guy's tricking the girl. Yeah. Not for nothing. Once they get dick down, there's
it's over.
Girls start giving gifts. They start doing all this dumb shit. You know what I'm saying? And they still be having shit going on. Right. But I do think you can. I think there's people with genuine intentions that they just happen to go to a strip club one time, or not even one time. There's people that are regulars, and I've seen a regular. I've seen a regular marry a girl, so, and they're very happy. They have a crazy relationship, but they're very happy. They've been together for like 5 years. So I think it's rare. I think it's toxic.
Very conditional.
Yes.
But why though? Because my thing is, if you're already a dancer, right, you got to have somebody who already is accepting you of a dancer.
Yes.
So by me going to a strip club, I'm already saying, hey,
he already knows what's going in and out. He already knows
what's going on. But there's so many dancers out there that be like, no, I'm not talking to any of my clients.
We just talked about the ego thing, right? So after a while, I can meet you on day one. And this is all perfect.
Cool. We're having a great time. You think it changes.
Yeah, everything's amazing, right? Okay. The butterflies are flying. Hopeless romantic Luna's over there, loving the life, right? Then he's like, you bringing in what? You over there with who? Yeah, no, this ain't flying. That's gonna happen.
Like I thought it was cool.
Yeah, exactly.
That shit ain't cool no more.
No, that's exactly what happens.
So
but I'm gonna tell you. So for me personally, I'm not gonna lie. Like I see work, and this I'm talking for me and me only now. I see work as work. So and I hate the fact that sometimes you can't sometimes your partner can't be your friend because you have to spare them of such conversations. But like to me, if I'm with somebody, and I'm fucking with you that hard, and I got football players, actors, boxers, all these guys in my DM, and I'm paying attention to you, I would wish you would be more supportive and be like, yo, we're about to hit a lick on this man. You know what I'm saying? Because I hear that, and it's like, that makes me feel like, yo, my guy supports me. I'm gonna get this guy for all he got right now. You know what I'm saying? Compared to me being all about this guy, and then I come home, I'm like, yo, Odell Beckham was in there. He was throwing the money, this, that. Oh, so are you talking to him? Yeah. So what is he doing right now? And I'm like,
but that's the thing, like
you know what I'm saying. But in my head, I'm like, damn, I'm about to get this, and you about to get some Louis and Dior for Christmas.
Like, you about to come up.
You know what I'm saying?
That's
and then you act up like that. It's the same thing when you got a lady, and the lady's like, who's Carmen from work? Who's Carmen from work? Eventually, you're like, bro, who is Carmen from work? Like, I want to fuck with Carmen. Because you heard Carmen's name so fucking goddamn much. You're just like, I might as well fuck Carmen.
I'm already
she thinks I'm fucking Carmen. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's why it's like when a guy does it, I'm like, come on, my guy. Like, you know you're not no paid. You're not these guys in my DMs. And if I'm fucking with you, why else am I fucking with you? But because I like you. I care about you. And you got the insanity to question it. You got the insanity to wonder why. It's different if I'm asking for money and the guy is confused and doesn't think I'm tricking the guy and then tricking my customers. But if I am dating you and I am asking for nothing, what would make you question anything I got going on?
I got
that horny. I'm that horny. Oh my God, I cannot wait to throw my pussy. Like, I'm that horny.
Well, so there's just endless opportunity. That's the one thing. It's like, if I'm the person that you chose, right, would you still be doing what you're doing?
What am I doing?
Well, I'm saying, like, professionally. Will you still be what you're doing for the end result, right? Because for you, what is the end result? Let me ask that first.
What do you mean, money-wise?
No, just end result. What's the end picture? Big Luna's end picture 15 years from now.
15 years from now, not Big Luna, a ghost. A ghost. I'm buying some land in Ohio. And I'm buying some farmland in Ohio. I'm going to make some little compartment container.
Okay. So you're going to be tucked away. You're done.
Yeah. No, I'm out.
The lifestyle in the city is not for you. You're going to be out of there. I
don't know. I ain't going to be here, though.
Okay.
I don't like to know that. Like, this is fun. Like, this is it's a nice game to me.
Yeah.
It's like, it was great.
So when that moves forward, right?
But I think, sorry to interrupt, but I think no matter if I'm ducked off or not, like, you're never going to take this personality away. So I don't think my job, that's the thing. But I'm just saying, I don't think my job is ever going to change the energy I bring to a guy. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think whatever I spark, that it's just like, oh no, a dancer is just a cherry, but it's everything I am, everything I stand for. Sure. So regardless if I'm at home, you might not like that I talk to the bad guy in fucking Publix. Like, that's just I don't know.
No, that's completely fine. I'm just saying what comes with basically the profession. Like, that's gonna make it harder for anyone realistically to look at it and be like, you know what, we're gonna move forward with this. Do we feel that way?
I can't speak for other people. I think that's a personal issue that men should have within themselves. I don't care. I've never, like, when I was little, I never grew up like, I can't wait to get married and be somebody's wife. I am so excited to just be behind a man, and like, I have never dreamed of that.
Right. So
like, if it were to happen, that's why I talk so much about evenness and partnership, because if I settle down with somebody, I do want a balance of everything. Like, I want a balance of everything. And if it's not that, then I don't really care to get married, because then we're just getting married just to say we got married. It's not a real compromise. It's not a real, like, like, do we even have the same goals together? Like, do you want to be tucked away with me too? Like, do you want to, do you want to travel? Do you want to do this? If you don't want to, you know what I'm saying? Or are we just together because we like each other and now we're getting old? Or no, I'm not doing that.
So
I don't care if I stay alone.
Let's say you meet the person that can retire Big Luna.
Mm-hmm.
What do we do? Do you continuously, let's say the person says, you know what?
But what does that mean?
You've had the career. This is great. No, that's what he's saying. You've had the career. This is great. And you're liking the person. And he's saying, you know what? The one thing that I want you to reconsider is what you're doing professionally. What do you say?
Okay. How are you going to help me invest my money?
I don't know. He can figure that out for you.
If there is a sense of security, because you have to understand, I was like, I have had people tell me, it was like, oh, I can just pay for you to like not work anymore.
But that's not what you're looking for.
Sweet. Yeah, no, it's not even what I'm looking for. It doesn't make sense. It's slow.
Okay.
Because right now it's my prime to be able to do this. So the more and the longer I do this for now at this moment is the more I get to save. You stop my motion now and it's, well, I like you. You like me. Let's be together. And then you break up with me and throw me away for a 22-year-old next year. Then what do I got? I come back, at what age? You know what I'm saying? Like, that doesn't make sense for me.
No.
Yeah, that makes no sense for me. It's like me telling you to stop working. What the hell are you talking about? Like, what are you talking about?
If you want to pay for me to stop working,
you know what I'm saying?
I'm cool.
Like, you got to provide some sort of security that is like, like I said, it goes back to like partnership. Like, that's somebody thinking that if the person that's really going to back that up and really do that for real is somebody that like sees to grow with you, like for real.
Yeah, long term.
You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
Long term.
It's a lifetime.
Yeah, like you're not gonna switch the way my life is because you don't like it. Like,
I just want to see where your head's at, because I feel like that's a trick question for a lot of people. Where, the one thing that they're looking for is the ticket out.
Yeah,
right? No.
I don't think that's the right guy for you. A guy that even no matter how much money he has,
I don't think
and he's
so
trying
either.
To,
I don't think
he
so.
might not agree with what you're doing, and I get it 100%. Like, I know guys will have issue with that. But if he's trying to get you to stop that and stop you from doing whatever you got going on, putting money in your pocket.
Yeah, I don't think the guy that like would be my guy would ever tell me that. I think the guy that is my guy would probably let me do it and bring up investments, bring up other stuff, and leave me with my own choice to be like, I'm good.
Right.
Yeah.
Personally.
And that's just me talking to you personally. Because I think that there's some other girls out there where I'd be like,
that need to see.
You need to go ahead and take that opportunity. Like right now.
Because if you don't, your ass is
I don't think that you're in that position. Yeah.
No, it definitely takes a certain. The average person doesn't walk in there as like a self-made. Just in my opinion, that's an entrepreneur. Like, you go in there and you have to hustle. You have to leverage who you are as a person to be able to maximize your opportunity. But the average person, like I was saying, is not built to be able to build themselves and from there, take it to the next level where they can invest the money, yada, yada, yada. However, just my whole idea is, how the hell, realistically, do you go from, I'm going to be a person that is, hustling, right? I'm hustling, I'm dancing. And, 5 years, 10 years from now, I'm going to be in, a loving relationship. That concept to me is hard.
I don't get it. I don't understand what you're saying.
So it's just, just that environment, right? The type of people that you come across, the, interactions, it's just very transactional, would you say?
Yeah.
Okay. So that's why, to me, it's like, it's a little harder for me to figure out, like, how does that end?
I think it goes back to me telling you, like, my hats. I was like, I'm not going to lie. I was like, even with dancing, I don't think I've dated anybody that makes more money than me still.
Really?
No.
What's the most you made in a year? Or not a year, like a night?
On a night, 15,000. I haven't made crazy amount. I make a lot of consistent money.
15 in one night is pretty crazy.
Yeah, I made 8 the day before yesterday, Saturday.
Don't say that. People might be lurking on you.
I hope
she got the Tulane.
I ain't know that. Like I said, I ain't gonna.
I hope they lurking on that baby too.
I want to go back to something that Jerry said, because just to play devil's advocate. So we're talking about egos and, dating a dancer, how dancers have more opportunity to quit, or to cheat, right? because you're always in that environment. That's what I'm saying.
You're in that environment. The only people you come across are lusty.
Yeah. Hear me out though. Especially nowadays with social media, I would argue that any girl at this point, depending on how she looks, has the same opportunity as a dancer does with DMs.
Yeah.
I don't have to go. I have to go to a place to see her. I don't really have to, but I know I can find her here. But you got a girl or a wife that's bad, and I follow her, I still have the same opportunity.
Baby, I'm going to tell you something about
dancing. I still have the same opportunity.
Yeah. I'm going to tell you something. Look, we work in that environment, so I'm not going to lie. Like, a lot of girls be doing crazy shit, but a lot of the crazy shit that sometimes they be doing, it's typically for money. Okay. Personally, probably not. Or for their own enjoyment, for their own want or need, probably not. But you got this nurse at home, right? Not even a nurse. You got a CNA. We're going to lower it down, right? You know? She went to school with boys that, you know, they weren't attractive, you know. Now she got a little money. You know, she got a Honda Accord, brand new year, okay? She meet Alex at Whole Foods, okay? She's picking up chicken. And that's like, you know, she never had attention from a guy like Alex. You know how easier that is than from somebody like me? Like, you got to offer me something that is, like, it makes sense for me to be impressed even with dick at this point. Because I'm just like, it's everywhere for me now. Mm. When you got everything and everywhere, it's just like, you're kind of like indifferent. So, man, when you get that CNA, boy, woo, and she going to do twirls on that thing.
Hey, look, hey, man, don't send your joint to Whole Foods. Because Cooks is lurking. That's all I got out of that.
I'm just saying, the opportunity is there now for everybody on a whole different level.
And my homegirls that I went to school with that have regular jobs, listen, the shit that I hear them tell me, I am blowed. I am blowed. Like, when I tell you blowed, one of my homegirls who are no longer friends, I don't even know if I should say this.
Wait, anyways, leave the details out. Just say what happened.
Anyways, she is in a very long-term relationship, and she was cheating with a friend, and like
husband's friend.
Yeah, and we all knew it. Like, we all saw it, and nobody.
But she's not a dancer, right?
She's not a dancer. She works at a fucking bank.
Oh my god.
So my point to the men is, you're fucked regardless.
No matter what you do.
Yeah. So it's all about, you gotta trust who you're with. If you don't trust who you're with, it's either, regardless of the profession, the opportunity out there for women to do whatever they're gonna do. If a woman wants to do something, she's gonna do it.
That's the sad truth. But that man just rapped.
Yeah.
I think he wrapped that up.
He just rapped. Yeah, no, this was great. I don't know what else you got.
We got a whole another 2-3 episodes we can go.
Yeah, we need to get you back.
Yeah.
That was the intro.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was definitely the intro.
Because
no, this is fun.
I don't.
Next time I'm bringing alcohol.
Facts. You know what?
Do you drink?
Yeah, I drink.
Okay. By next time I'll be on some.
Okay.
But I usually drink on like a Friday though.
Yeah.
Oh.
It is a one. Yeah.
Oh, I can't. Well, maybe.
All right. We'll figure it out. Yeah. Maybe it'll be like an off week for me. Yeah. No. Definitely a lot of good information. Maybe my next girl's gonna be a stripper.
Hey, all I'm saying is I don't have no restrictions.
Yeah.
I just want to meet somebody, and that's work.
You got good candidates over there where they be at?
A penthouse? Like, what do you mean good candidates? Like
good candidates that take care of me and Alex.
Oh. Oh, you're talking about for you. Honestly, I'm not gonna lie. I wouldn't recommend 90% of the girls.
See?
Yeah, I wouldn't recommend 90%.
Well, I wouldn't. You probably wouldn't recommend 90% of the other girls either.
I'm not saying because they are cheaters. I am saying more. Honestly, most of them won't even have a boyfriend. Most of them won't have a boyfriend. It's more that they're so focused on the money. A lot of girls, especially when they're beginning, like they came from probably a place that something happened, just like me, like something happened that they ended up in there. So they're not. A lot of girls, especially the newer ones, are putting this whole mentality of motion, like that it's like if you're doing good, then you don't need a guy. If you're doing good, you don't need a guy. So they're not looking to date a lot of times because they don't want their motion stopped. Because we run into so many guys that it's like, I'm not gonna lie, I would have thought like the same way you're saying is like, oh, dating must be hard. It is, and then at the same time, it's not. It is because you enter eventually those problems of like, oh, like who's that, who's this, who's that. but you don't in how available guys are, because you are now hitting so many targets. You hit the guy that's just fantasizing about your body. Now you have guys that have money that like you solely because you make money too. I've ran into a lot of guys who are like, I love your hustle. And you could genuinely tell they're literally in love by my drive. And their wife will stay home, or they don't have a wife. You know what I'm saying? And that's it. They just like the fact that, yo, this bitch gets money.
Right.
And they like it.
Okay.
And they're not guys that are also asking anything back from you. They just feel like they busted their ass, they've gone to college, or they've done this, or they've hustled, and they see it in you. They see like a little minion. They see like, damn, like she got
They're just not around that. So
they appreciate it.
No, yeah.
They appreciate it.
Cool. Where do they find your stuff at, man?
Where is stuff? What my phone?
Social media.
Oh, I am on all platforms. Big Luna 22. Twitter, TikTok, IG. On OF, it's just Big Luna, no 22.
Fire.
Yeah.
And I mean,
I talk a lot of shit.
Fire. You know what? This homage a little bit. Like I said, I might.
Yeah, I feel like you were a little cut off before, but now
he was cut off to like the idea of dating.
No, it's just the idea.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not. This isn't part of my lifestyle.
You're from up north, you said?
Yeah.
Oh, that too. That has a lot to do with it.
So it's like just the whole concept behind.
So we also live in Tampa. You got to understand, Tampa's probably one of the most open places I've been around, because we have like a very particular culture in Tampa.
For sure.
Like we have a lot of strip clubs, and here specifically, you start talking to your guy friends. Either somebody knows a stripper, or their cousin's a stripper, or their aunt used to be a stripper, or their mom used to be a stripper. Somebody here always knows a stripper because we have so many strip clubs. So it's a little bit more normal than other places. In Tampa, even though girls trick, it's not as blatant as in Miami, like $250 for head. You know what I'm saying? Here's a little it's more like sugar daddy type vibes, you know? So it's just a different realm of it's just its own culture. Tampa's unique. I would say Tampa's unique.
Just dealing with the best in the city on the best podcast in the city, man.
Let's get it.
Thank you guys for having me.
Yes.
This is fun.
We're going to run that back for sure.
Yeah, that was